Hi and welcome. My name is Steph. I am a transformational life coach, counselor, and yoga and meditation facilitator. Today I wanted to share with you on a really potent topic, and that is about emotional integration in the process of spiritual awakening. I like to call it embodied awakening because it's the integration in my own spiritual journey. I started off with using a lot of traditional spiritual practice, such as traditional yoga, traditional meditation, where you're focusing on the breath and learning how to detach from your body, learning how to detach from the humanness of who we are, and just to focus on the spiritual realm. To find the space within yourself that is not impermanent, that is not transient, which is a very important part of the journey in learning to understand who you are, to reconnect to your core nature. At the ground of our being, we are not the physical body, we are not the emotions, we are not the thoughts, we are not anything that moves or is changeable or is transient. However, there is also a second stage in awakening, and this is what it has been for me, is learning how to integrate this spiritual awareness into the body. Because even though we have this, we can develop this beautiful, amazing awareness of who we are on a spiritual level. There's also a process of learning how to anchor it into the body. And this is where the feminine approach comes in. You'll find a lot of information and spiritual practice now that is focusing on feminine womb healing and reconnecting with the feminine. And this is where modern day spirituality comes in, and this is where we start to learn how to reconnect with our emotional world and how to anchor the spiritual awareness into the body. Because this is a physical body, it's a vessel of divine creation. Everything we see around us is a creation of divine intelligence. Therefore, there's no way to separate the spiritual from the physical in actuality. So any practice that just focuses on the spiritual is not in full integration because it's not integrating the physical as much in the same way. So also the problem with the more traditional practices in yoga and meditation practices or stillness practices is that most of people in the westernized society have a very core trauma, and that is on emotional numbness or emotional detachment. Most people have been raised in families where they've not been encouraged to feel their emotions, they have not been validated for their emotions, and have not been encouraged to feel. And so a lot of these traditional practices can actually become detrimental when you're using them in order to detach from your emotions, because actually it's triggering and it's in alignment with your core trauma. Because ultimately, if we are raised in loving families and it validate us and make us feel heard and seen and loved, then we are encouraged to feel our emotions. We're encouraged to feel held, to feel safe, to express ourselves authentically, no matter what that looks like, or whether it looks messy. Like, most people think that emotions are messy, and so we're often just told to. And most people don't know, like most parents don't know how to deal with their kids when they're angry or when they're tired or they're screaming or whatever. So it's natural for them their first instinct is to try to stop it. Just try to, instead of actually allowing the child to feel or to experience that range of emotion. And so naturally it's become an issue in our society because parents are not been raised in a way where they can provide it for their children because they never got it from their parents. So it's like this generational and societal issue. It's a worldly issue too. It's an epidemic in the world, in my opinion. And so this is why the embodiment of reconnecting with the embodying our spirituality into the body is so much more important in this day and age in order to heal that epidemic. Because if you think about it, you know, we're all emotional beings. We all have anger, we all have sadness, we all have situations in our lives where we're going to be challenged. And there's no way we can just pretend that's not there. The more that we try to pretend that we're not emotional, try to push it away, try to suppress it, try to just, you know, think it away, it doesn't work. It doesn't make us feel good about ourselves. It just is in a constant state of denial of our true human nature, the more we try to push it away. So once we start to embrace our emotional world and we start to love and accept it is when we really start to embody our true essence and allow ourselves to express ourselves for who we are. And it's also a state of unconditional love for ourselves, to accept those aspects of ourselves. So yeah, this is also why it's really important to find this integration, because a lot of people hold that core trauma of emotional disconnection and emotional numbness. So I think that's all I'm going to share on this topic, and please do check out my retreat in April next year on Authentic Awakening. And if you want to reconnect with your true nature, you want to learn how to feel again, you want to learn how to reconnect with your emotions, you want to learn how to create more self-love within yourself, then this is perfect for you. If you want to know more information, please check out my retreat page, and there's more information there. Another video as well of me telling you what it's about. So yeah, look forward to sharing more. Thank you, and see you soon.